Hello student, today we are going to start our same chapter of business studies, that is principle of management. This is part second of that chapter. So students, before this we already discussed 4 principle of fuel, and in today's video we will going to discuss the remaining 10 principle of fuel. So the fifth principle of fuel is unity of direction. Unity of direction means there should be one head and one plan for each group. It means one common objective for each group. If there is more objective for a single group, that time many clashes occurs in between the employees. So, for eliminating that type of problem, there should be a common objective for whole of the organization. Positive effect of this principle: achievement of organizational goal on time. The second point is effort of all the employees get unified towards one direction. It means if all the employees have same goal, that time they all are doing efforts for achieving the common goal. But some negative consequences of this principle are also exist in this: lack of coordination. In one organization, many employees exist, and all the employees are belongs from different categories or different societies. So they have facing lots of problems in coordination. The second problem is difficulty in achieving organizational goal. In the absence of coordination, it is very difficult to achieve the organizational goal on time. Now, the sixth principle of fuel is subordination of individual interest to general interest. According to this principle, every individual has to sacrifice its own objective or interest for the welfare of the organization. For example, if a manager joins a company for achieving large number of salary, that time the company faces financial crisis and wants to cut down the expenses of the employees. That time manager must have to sacrifice of getting higher salary, and he has to cooperate with the organization and work at lower salary. But when organization recovers their financial crisis, that time the manager demands their salary. So that is called subordination of individual interest to general interest. Some positive effect of this principle, that it helps in achieving goals of the organization because every employee sacrifices their own desires. Coordination is possible because every employee has been ready for sacrificing their desires. But some negative consequences is also exist in this principle. In the absence of this principle, no achievement of organizational goal, because every employee wants to fulfill their own desire, not the company's objectives. The second point is even employee will also suffer loss, because if organization suffer loss, that will also affect the employees. The next principle is remuneration of employee. According to this principle, employees should be fair wages, or the organization give them at least a standard wages that employee can fulfill their basic needs. But at the same time, the organization should be having paying capacity also. a company has earned higher profit, then it is the responsibility of the company then divide some part of the profit to their employees also in the form of bonus. If company provides some of its part to employees, that time employee feels satisfied. Positive effect of this principle: in the presence of this principle, if the employee get fair wages, that time employee get motivated for the work. The second one is the employee fully devoted for the work, and they also commit for the organization. Their commitment improves day by day. But some negative consequences is also exist in this principle. In the absence of this principle, increase in turnover of employee. The employees feel dissatisfied, and that time employee will leave the company and join any other company. The second one, dissatisfaction and demotivation of employees. That is the same point. Now, the next principle of FUEL is centralization and decentralization. According to this principle, centralization means concentration of whole decision making power in one hand only. And decentralization means distributing the power at all the levels of management. But FUEL said that any organization must not be completely centralized or must not be fully decentralized. But there must be combination of both, depending upon the nature and size of the organization. How it is? For example, if the organization size is small, that time a single person can easily handle all the activities of the organization. It means centralized technique is adopted. But for a large organization, many persons are required, many employees are required because there are large number of work. So, in this type of organization, decentralization technique is better. Some positive effect of this principle: the organization can take the benefit of centralization as well as decentralization. It is according to the nature and size of the business. The second point is fast decision at operational level. If there is decentralization method, that time the organization can take decision as fast as possible. And some negative consequences is also exist in this principle. In the absence of this principle, complete centralized means result in delay. It means if the whole decision is taken by the one person, that time lots of time waste for this activity. And second point is complete decentralization will result in misuse of the authority. If the superior distribute their power to their subordinate, that time subordinate misuse their power. That is also a disadvantage of this principle. The next principle of this, scalar chain. According to this principle, there should be a chain of authority for the communication. For communication between top to bottom or bottom to top. According to FUEL, if D wants to communicate with A, in the diagram there are two lines. In first line, 5 employees are exist: A, B, C, D and E. In the second line, A, F, G, H and I. Here A is the owner and there are two departments. In the first department, if D wants to communicate with A, that time D did not directly communicate with A. That time D inform first of all to C. Then C will pass the communication to B. And then we will communicate it to A. And if A reply, that time A replied to B, and that reply B provide to C. After that C provide that reply to D. So there is a formal communication in between higher authority to lower authority. But in the case of emergency, D directly communicate with the other department, but at same level of employee. It means D directly communicate with H, C directly communicate with G, and B directly communicate with F. That is called gangplank. This situation only exists in the case of emergency. In normal era, scalar chain is followed. Positive effect of this principle: systematic flow of information and no communication gap in the organization, because there is formal relation between employees. So the employee did not talk about rubbish. They talk only work to work. But some negative consequences is also exist in this principle. In the absence of this principle, there may be communication gap. The second point is no clarity in authority and responsibility. The next principle is principle of order. According to this principle, there should be a fixed place for every man or every material or object. Fuel emphasizes it two types of orders. First one is material order and then second one is social order. According to material order, there must be a certain place for every material, and every material should be at proper place. For example, the tool at toolbox, and the file is on proper almanac or proper cabin. According to social order, there must be an appointed place for every employee, and every employee should exist at on their own place. If in the case of emergency, the employee is not at their own place in the absence of this principle. Some positive effect of this principle is no wastage of time in search of man or material. Or second point is smooth and systematic working organization, because everything is on the place. But some negative consequences also exist in this principle. In the absence of this principle, there are wastage of time or energy in search of man and material, because every material is not their own position or on their own place. The second point, that is not able to contact the people at right time, because there is not proper place for every employee. The next principle is principle of equity. According to this principle, there should not be any discrimination among the employees on the basis of religion, language, caste, sex, belief, or nationality. For example, if the worker performing similar jobs, that time they have to be paid same wages. For example, if there are two employees, Ram and Shyam, they both are working same job on same place, but Ram belongs from middle class and the Shyam belongs from lower class. That time there should be no discrimination according to their religion or society. They should be paid fair wages. Positive effect of this principle: employee gets satisfied. If employee get fair wages, that time employee feels satisfied. The second point is the motivation directly linked with the salary. If employee take fair wages, that time they complete their work with greatest motivation. It increases the boost up of the employees. But some negative consequences of this principle is also exist in this. In the absence of this principle, the employee feel dissatisfaction, increase in turnover. They always thought that I will leave the job and join any other company. There is unhealthy relation between superior and subordinate. Superior thought that I am giving much salary and the subordinate not feeling satisfied with the wages. That time there is always unhealthy relation between. Next principle is stability of tenure of principal. According to this principle, the manager must provide a job security to their employees, because if employee is not satisfied with their job, the employee feel insecure that anytime they have to leave the company, that time the employee did not provide their maximum benefit to the company. So first of all, every manager have to provide job security to their employees. Some positive effects of this principle is, if employee is secure in the organization, that time employee feels satisfied and provide their greatest efficiency to the company. The second point is no wastage of time and resources. A motivated employee will do the work with greatest efficiency. So the wastage is reduced day by day. Some negative consequences of this principle is also exist in this principle. In the absence of this principle, if the employee is dissatisfied, that time employee will not complete their work on time. As result, wastage of resources and wastage of time. Employee feel frustrated and dissatisfied every time. The next point is initiative. That is also one important principle of FUEL. According to this principle, if any company wants to take an important decision, that time the company may have to consult with their employees also. If company consult with the employees, that time employee will feel satisfied. Thought that time they always play an important role for the organization. So their efficiency increases with the feeling of that belongingness. Positive effect of this principle is increase in mental growth and feeling of belongingness in the employees. The employee get attached with the organization and they can easily achieve their target on time. But some negative consequences is also exist in this principle. In the absence of this principle, employee will not work according to the greatest efficiency. They always feel demotivated. Now the next important or the last important principle of FUEL is split the corps. According to this principle, the management always focus on team spirit unity, harmony. That time, manager always use we in the place of I. This time, they increase the efficiency of the employees and minimize the problems and penalties. For example, if the company wants to manufacture 100 units and 10 members are exist in the organization, so that 100 unit divided into 10 parts, it means one individual employee complete 10 units. That time a single employee feels sick and he is not in the position to complete the work. So with the help of this principle, esprit de corps, all employees attached together and they distribute the work of the sick employee in between and complete the work on time. So it is beneficial for the employees as well as for the organization. Some positive effect of this principle is development of team spirit, achievement of the group goal. But some negative consequences is also exist in this principle. In the absence of this principle, in the place of team spirit, individualism is exist in the organization. No team spirit. Every employee thought for themselves, not for the organization. So it creates hurdle for the organization.